think, oh my eye. Oh, it pokes my eye out. Sticky, I don't know if you can tell. I also love to put highlighter on my ears. I know it's really weird. Finally, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I've been wanting to film my first video for the past couple of months. However, I wanted to grow my TikTok platform first. I post beauty and skincare related content on my TikTok, so if you haven't already checked it out, then please do. It's just so difficult to talk about products in depth in 30 seconds to a minute on TikTok, so that's why I really wanted to start this YouTube channel so I can talk in depth about these products and just use another platform to talk about makeup and do makeup on. So if you haven't already, please follow my TikTok at Zach Heath and my Instagram at zach.heath, and yeah, subscribe to my YouTube for more content. I normally apply my makeup to like the rhythm of the TikTok sounds, but this feels so weird that now I actually have to talk about these products. So yeah, let's get into it. So my first video is basically just going to be talking about all of the products I use religiously in my videos and in my everyday, day-to-day life. These are the products that I love and adore and have been using consistently for the past couple of years, or I might have tried them recently. I didn't want to like start off my YouTube being like, video about me. I wanted to like start off actually talking about the products that I use on my TikTok and that you guys always ask about. So if you've never seen my TikTok before, I have really dry skin and sometimes it's even crusty, so I like to use hydrating products, hydrating moisturizers, hydrating foundations, concealers. Anything that's hydrating, give it to me. So what I've been doing for the past couple of years, because I've got dry skin, I love to take an oil. My favourite one at the minute is the Garnier Organic Soothing Lavender. It says lavendin, but I'm not too sure if it's lavender or lavendin. But I love this. I'm gonna zoom you in. That's more professional. Basically what I do is I just drop it on my face like so. I get a lot of comments saying like don't drop it on your skin, and I completely understand why. However, if you think about a concealer, you always put it in again, and I honestly don't really see the logic. The next product is from Glow Recipe. It's the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. This has been like really viral all over TikTok, all over Instagram, and I've been so craving to try it, but wasn't able to get my hands on it until recently, and I'm so annoyed with myself that I haven't tried it sooner. I love the smell of watermelons anyway, and on my TikTok videos you might have seen me do like 3 drops. However, in my day-to-day makeup routine, I just do 1. And I love the fact that it gives my skin a really nice glow. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about as well, because on my TikTok videos, obviously it's my makeup routine, it's the products that I religiously love to use. However, obviously everything on TikTok is exaggerated. That's why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, so I can talk about what I actually do to my skin and just give you more of like a realistic representation of my like makeup routine. So yeah, I love this. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it gives my skin a really nice healthy glow. So I do really like this. In this video I wanted to talk about a range of products, not just talk about one of my favourite products, but a range just to help you guys. So obviously I'm only going to go in with 1 primer. However, on my TikTok videos I always use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydra Booster. I love this primer. It really hydrates the skin. In my day-to-day makeup routine I actually tend to go in more with the Urban Decay Lighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. It just smooths out my skin, gives it a nice blurring effect, but it also hydrates my skin. So this is the primer. It's just a pump primer and it's also clear. The Makeup Forever one does have a like orange sort of salmon-y colour to it. I love this primer. I've been using it underneath every single foundation that I've tried just because I know that it always works. Some primers I've found actually interfere with the formulation of the foundation, and this one hasn't done that just yet. And it also is quite tacky, so it's really good under foundation. It's going to help the foundation adhere to the skin. But yeah, it's quite sticky, I don't know if you can tell. So for me, foundation is my favourite step of my makeup routine. That's what I'm so interested in trying when I try new products. It's skip the blush, give me foundation. I've got a couple of foundations I want to show you, my favourite foundations that I've tried. There's obviously more foundations that I absolutely love, and I'll talk about those in other videos, but I've got a couple here. So my favourite foundation is the MAC Face and Body. I think they've reformulated it. This is the older packaging. However, I love this foundation. If you see my TikTok videos, you will know for the past couple of months I've been raving about this product. If you haven't tried it and you've got dry skin, even oily skin, I would just say get this foundation. It's beautiful, it's not the most full coverage, and I will be using this foundation today just because it is my favorite foundation and I want to show you what it looks like on the skin. But I thought I would give some other foundations an honorable mention. So I've recently tried this foundation from Ilia. It's the True Skin Serum Foundation. Now, I thought the finish of this foundation looked very similar to the MAC Face and Body. However, this gave my skin more coverage. So if you are looking for more coverage, I would definitely try the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. This is also a clean beauty brand, which is nice. It is quite pricey compared to the MAC Face and Body. It just depends on what you want at the end of the day. I recently tried the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and when I tell you the finish on my skin looked beautiful, wow, I'm gonna tell you, it looks beautiful. And obviously this is kind of the wrong shade for me right now. However, because it's really sheer, there is room for it to obviously like blend in and sort of mix and merge with my skin tone. I have reached out to Charlotte Tilbury for them to send me another shade, a lighter shade, so I'm really grateful for that. But the actual finish, I'm not talking about the shade itself, but the actual finish, if you haven't tried it, definitely get your hands on it. I've been wanting to try it for a couple of years now, and I'm so annoyed with myself that I've waited as well. And this is very different to me because I've never tried a foundation before that has a doe foot applicator. Innovative. Oh, no, it's not, but for me, it's new. It's new for me. I've recently tried another foundation from Makeup Forever. It's their water tone foundation. I've seen this all over YouTube, all over Instagram and TikTok. It's a really popular foundation at the minute, and I can see why. It just looks flawless on the skin. I would say it's probably, you'd think it'd be quite dewy because it says like water tone. I don't know if you think that as well or like relate it like water to dew. I would say this does have a nice finish if you want to have like a moisturizing primer underneath, but I would say this is actually quite a matte foundation. It's not matte, but it's definitely a lot matter than the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, the MAC Face and Body. I love this foundation because although it doesn't have very good coverage, it just evens out my skin tone. And also this is in shade Y365. So today I'm obviously going in with the MAC Face and Body, and I'm taking the Morphe Y6 foundation brush to blend it all in. Hopefully it's translating well on camera, but in person I've been using this foundation for years, for the past 3 years I would say now. I have a tip though, and I never see anybody talking about this. What I like to do is take my brush and I like to take a setting spray, so I like to use the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix to do this. The spray itself is so strong. I hate it. I never spray my actual face with it, but I love the formula. It just gives my skin a nice glow. So I spray my brush a couple of times and then I just blending it in with the foundation, or after I've applied the foundation, I like to just put it on top instead of like just spraying the setting spray after I finish the makeup. I will still do that, but just blending it all in whilst doing my foundation, I feel like it just adds a nice glow. So there are a couple of concealers I absolutely love and adore. First one is the Revolution Conceal and Define. I've been using this for years. This is the super size Conceal and Define. However, I've been through multiple tubes of the smaller size. I love this. It just looks flawless on the skin. It's also a drugstore concealer, so it's really affordable, and if you are looking for more affordable makeup, then this is a really good concealer. However, for more coverage, I always go in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I love this. If I ever have a pimple on my chin, for instance, this is the concealer that I'll go for. Luckily, I don't at the minute, but this is a concealer I will use to cover any pimples, any like large areas of redness. And sometimes I would even just use this underneath my eyes as well. It's really full coverage, but the thing is it's not cakey. However, the most recent concealer that I've tried, that I've been using every single day just because it gives the most natural but flawless finish underneath the eyes, is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. The only thing I don't like is sponge applicator. I just don't know how I feel about it, but the formula itself is so good. So this is a concealer that I'm actually going to go in with today. So basically with this concealer, you've got to twist it up and then the product will come out and disperse onto the sponge. And then once it's on the sponge, you can just put it underneath your eyes. But I'm never too sure how much to put onto the sponge, as you can see. Barely any just came off. Okay, that's a bit better, but once it's all blended into the skin, it just looks flawless. And then to blend it in, I'm just going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion Brush. I love the size of it. It's perfect for just blending out your cream concealer underneath your eyes. So yeah, and as you can see, it just blends in beautifully. By the way, this is obviously my very first YouTube video, so if there's anything that you would be like to change that, get rid of that, please tell me. I'm open for criticism. But as well, if you do like this video, then please give it a like, and that will really, really help. If you want a really blurred complexion, I would highly recommend the Makeup Forever Blurring Powder Foundation. I've got dry skin, so when I think of a powder foundation, it pains me and I'm scared of it. I'm hesitant to try it because obviously I don't want to accentuate any texture. I don't want to make my skin even drier than it already is. I know this isn't a setting powder in particular, but I like to use it to set my under eyes just to blur them out. If you are looking for an actual setting powder, I do like the Laura Mercier one as well as the Chanel one. And I like to take a brush. I take the Ilia blending brush. I just tap it in a couple of times and then, I don't know if you can tell on camera already, but it just blurs out my under eyes. It just makes them look flawless. Like, I won't use this to set my whole face, but because it's also a powder foundation, it is going to add a bit of coverage as well, which is really, really nice. And I always put some under and around my nose, like so. On me personally, I don't like a shiny chin, so I'm then gonna just take a bit and put it onto my chin. And yeah, that's literally all I do to powder my face. So if you watch my TikTok videos, you'll know I love to cream contour, and the contour sticks I always use are the Strix Concealer Tool. I like to use a darker shade to obviously contour and the lighter shade to highlight my face. However, I do also use in my videos a lot the Chanel Le Beige Cream Bronzer. Despite the terrible weather, it's too light for me in summer, so I tend to stay away from this in summer. However, in winter, again, I will definitely be using this a lot more. So my favourite bronzer that isn't a cream bronzer is the Marc Jacobs, I think it's called the Omega Bronzer in shade 102 Tantric. I love this. I bought this myself 2 years ago. As you can see, I still haven't hit pan, and this is my favourite bronzer. I wanted to say as well though, even though I use these concealer tools all the time in my TikTok videos, equally outside of my makeup routine, I do use like the Chanel bronzer and some other cream bronzers. But I like the aesthetic of using these in the video. That's why I like to use them a lot. It's easy to use and to apply. You basically just twist them up, and it's meant to be an understated concealer tool for men. This is a men's makeup brand, but obviously girls, women, you can wear it as well. I obviously always talk about how makeup isn't gendered, but this is obviously marketed towards men. But the product itself, I absolutely love, and that's why I always use it. You just twist it up, and then just draw it on like so. And I love this concealer tool because, as you can see, it just blends so easily into the skin. It's not like a harsh contour or anything. It's not the most full coverage, even though it's a concealer, and that's why I like to use it. So I haven't actually been using blush for a while. I've only recently been using it. And my favourite one that I've used so far is this one from IT Cosmetics. When I first got it, I didn't like the packaging or anything like that, and I'm a massive packaging freak. Like, if the packaging is nice and the product's horrible, I'll probably still use it. But I'm so annoyed that I was so quick to judge, because the product itself is really, really nice, and I use this a lot in my TikTok videos. Basically, it's a cream blush, and you just twist it up, and in my videos, you will see me swipe it across my face like this. On camera, it looks really, really good, but I wanted to film this video to show you how I actually do my makeup. And what I tend to do is just warm it up with my finger like so, and then I will just pat it on my cheeks. And they're going to take the same brush that I used to cream contour with, and it's the Ilia complexion brush. As you can see, this blush just blends in so well. I'm really sorry that I can't share what the shade is, because obviously all the writing has rubbed off, but once you're on their website, just look at the pink shades, and I'm sure it will probably be the one that I'm using right now. Talking about shade numbers, it's just completely reminded me that I haven't spoken about the shade numbers of the other things that I've used. So for the Makeup Forever powder, I love the Blowing Powder Foundation in shade R250. For the MAC Face and Body, I used a shade C5, hopefully, because I know they reformulated that they still have the shade. I'm pretty sure that they will though. And then for the Magic Away concealer, I used a shade number 6 medium. My skin looks so dewy right now, probably a bit more than usual. So I am actually going to take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder. So I was saying earlier that I love the Chanel and the Laura Mercier setting powder. However, I was sent this a couple of days ago from the Charlotte Tilbury team. And when I tried it, I haven't tried it since, but when I tried it, it looked flawless on the skin. But again, I'm just going to take the Ilia complexion brush and put it around my nose here, because I could see it was just really, really dewy, and I personally didn't like it really dewy there. To be fair, that's the only places I wanted to powder down. So yeah, I really like this. So I know there are two types of people, the people who like powder highlight and the people who like liquid highlight. I personally love both. I love liquid highlight for summer months when the sun and golden hour is shining on your face. I love the liquid highlighter for it. My favorite one is the Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. It's beautiful on the skin, it's not glittery at all, and it's also really long wearing. Once it's dried on your skin, there's no way it's coming off unless you obviously use a cleanser. But my favourite powder highlight is from Makeup Forever. As you can see, it's so pretty. I love it. The shade itself I think is shade number 2, and it's just the perfect gold for me. So yeah, I absolutely love this. However, today I'm feeling the liquid highlight just because my makeup is really dewy today, and let's make it dewier. I actually always use this on my TikTok. If you see a liquid highlight, it's probably going to be this one from Ilia. So yeah, again, it's just got another pump, but when you see it on, oh, it looks so good. Honestly, every time I put it on, I'm amazed that I've never tried this before. But the thing is, you've got to be really quick to blend it in because it dries really quickly, and that is really stressful. But once it's blended into the skin, it just looks like your skin is wet. And that's what I personally like in a highlighter. I don't like highlighter that is really obvious or really glittery. I also love to put highlighter on my ears. I know it's really weird, and I've only ever seen a couple of people do this in the past, but I just love a highlighter on my ears. So I never really wear eyeshadow, like I don't do like dramatic eyeshadow looks on my eyes. Obviously in my TikTok bio, if you've noticed, it says CEO of Natural Makeup. I just personally don't really like the way eyeshadow looks on me. But I do always use eyeshadow to accentuate and define my eyes. So I've got some of my favourite palettes here to share with you. I've got other ones in my collection as well, but these are just the ones that I reach for the most because I've got the best shades for me and what I like to use. The first one is the Too Faced Just Peachy Matte. I love this for multiple reasons. In here, it's all matte, so I don't like to use shimmery shades on my eyes, but I love to use the Peach Meringue in my inner corner, and the shade Peach Tart or Chocolate Dipped on my outer corners. The shade Peach Tea, Just Peachy, and Peach Punch are really good for blush. And I don't know if you've seen a recent video of mine where you basically take a lip balm and you put it into a pink eyeshadow or a pink blush, and it basically just turns into a cream. I did it with this palette, and I wish I didn't because as you can see, it's completely ruined the shade. Another palette that I absolutely love, I've seen a lot of like YouTubers like in their PR unboxings like just put this one aside or give it away, but I personally really like it. It's the Naked Urban Decay Wild West palette. I love the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. That's a really good palette. In fact, I'm gonna get it. I'm back with the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. So I bought this myself 2.5 years ago, I want to say. 2.5 years ago. Beautiful palette. I love this palette because I love to use the shade Riff underneath my eyes just because of like the greens and the browns in my eyes. It really helps to bring out the colours. To be fair, I actually prefer this palette over the Wild West palette. I've been reaching for this one more at the minute because it's got the perfect shades to just accentuate my eyes. So I love the shade Standoff in my inner corner, and I like to use the shade Whiskey in my outer corner just to help accentuate my eyes. And as well, the Urban Decay brushes are actually really good. But recently I've tried my very first mini eyeshadow palette, and it's so boring, this palette, but it's perfect for me. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette in shade The Sophisticate. I love this because like I was telling you, I love to use a white in my inner corner and then the darker shades to accentuate my eyes. For a travel palette, this is perfect, but I like to use the other palettes like the Born to Run one, for instance, just because it makes me feel like I'm being more creative, even though I'm literally using shades that are like this. Because I'm talking about like my most reachable products at the minute, I'm gonna go in with the Luxury palette from Charlotte Tilbury just to show you like how I actually use this. What I like to do is take the BH Cosmetics, it's part of their Rose Gold collection, but the actual wording has rubbed off because I bought these like 2 years ago. Still use them. And what I do is I take the shade number 3, Smoke, basically define my eyes by putting the darker shade underneath. I might zoom you in so you can have better view. And then once I've done that, I go into the shade, whatever this one is, this is shade number 2. And I like to take the Makeup Forever number 214 brush and just use it to blend out the shade I just put on. But I don't know if you can tell, but it really just accentuates my eyes, and I like to do this. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go into the shade Prime, just this white shade. And I like to use a matte highlight just because it helps to bring out my eyes. How do I word that? It helps to brighten my eyes, but I don't like to use a shimmery shadow in my inner corners just because I feel like it doesn't really look that good on me. It just looks like I've got something on my eye. Oh, oh, it pokes my eye out. So I've only got a couple more steps left to my makeup routine, and one of them is lips. I've tried a few more lip products recently, and one of them, oh my god, this product, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need that. Basically, it's a lip balm. If I zoom you in, it looks like this, and it's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called the Glitter Gasm. I know it's a bit risky, the name, but the actual product itself is so nice. And as you can see, it just has all these glitter pieces in the tube. I have noticed that when I do put it on my lips, there is a tiny bit of glitter, but you can just easily rub it off. But what I love about this, it tastes and it smells of peaches. And I don't know about you, but if you're ever in Five Guys and you're by the drink station where they have like all of the different drinks, I always personally go for the peach Fanta still. I know I don't like fizzy drinks. So when I found this and it's tasted and smelled of peaches, I was like, I need it. It does definitely moisturize, but it's not the most moisturizing. If you want something really, really moisturizing, it's also by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's the Charlotte's Magic Oil Crystal Elixir Lip Conditioner. And this is so thick. I don't know about you, but in winter I get really, really crusty and dry lips. Like my face as well, that's also gets really crusty and dry in winter, but my lips especially. So I can't wait to try this in winter when my lips are always at their worst. However, if you are looking for more of a lip balm, I love the Ilia. Oh my god, I've still got all of the pink on there from when I did the lip balm trend. Should probably rub that off, didn't notice that. Oopsie. The product itself is really, really nice. It's the Balmy Days lip balm from Ilia. The last product that I absolutely love is from Makeup Forever. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Lip Booster. I've been through a couple of these, I absolutely love it, and I did actually get this in winter, so I noticed that my lips just felt a lot more hydrated, a lot more nourished, and this one's just got a little doe foot, and it tastes really, really good. So the last step of my makeup routine is obviously setting sprays. I love to use setting sprays if my skin's really dry. However, I don't always go in with a setting spray. Since my skin just looks really, really glowy, it doesn't feel dry. So on a day like this, I wouldn't really go in with a setting spray. So yeah, my favorite setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow. So this is like the reformulated sister to the original All Nighter, which is a really famous setting spray. This is definitely my favorite one. Yeah, I love this. As you can see, it's just got a little pump spray. It's not the... Oh god, that went in my mouth. It's from XX Revolution. This was really, really cheap. I think it cost me £10. Before I used the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix to spray my brushes and beauty blenders, this was what I was using. I thought I'd give it an honorable mention because I was using it for months before I got this one. And then obviously the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, I don't use this as a setting spray because this is even more powerful than the Urban Decay one. But the formula itself is really, really nice. So if you just want like a spray to spray your brushes with, do the technique that I showed you earlier with the brush, where you spray your brush and then blend in your foundation with it. This is a really, really good setting spray to do it with, but the spray itself, no. So this is my finished makeup look. I do sometimes do extra things, like I'll sometimes do my eyebrows if I feel like I need to fill anything in. I tend to use the Makeup Forever brow pencil to do that. It's their new brow pencil, and that's really, really good. I do sometimes use an eyeliner to use underneath my eyes, like a blue one, a burgundy one, and to do that I like to use the Aqua XL eye pencil from Makeup Forever. And hopefully you've learnt something, I don't know, but it looks really, really good in person. To finish this video, I thought I would just talk about some other products that I absolutely love, and just to give you some more of my favorite products. I love the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is really, really good. I've been using it for a couple of months. It's really rich and thick and creamy, and that's what I'm looking for in a cream. However, I recently also tried the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I've heard so many amazing things about this product. And again, I'm annoyed I've never tried it before. This is really, really good. I've actually noticed that this is even thicker than the IT Cosmetics one. I do think this is a bit more expensive. I'm really grateful to have obviously received this in PR. Has my necklace been turned around this whole time? Oh my god, that's... But I love this Charlotte's Magic Cream. In a recent TikTok of mine, I did talk about my everyday skincare routine, and I did mention the Fenty Skin Hydrovisor. Hang on. Is it the Hydrovisor? the Hydra Visor. I did talk about this product because I use it as an SPF. And if I do go in with an eye cream, I tend to use the IT Cosmetics Confidence in an Eye Cream. However, if I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury cream, I'll probably go in with the Charlotte Tilbury eye cream, just because I'm weird like that, and I like the fact that they work together. I don't know about you, but I like how it works. So yeah, that is everything that I do to my skin. Makeup products, my skincare products, those are what I tend to use every single day. Obviously there's more makeup products that I use, more skincare products that I use, but these are my go-to favorite ones. Hopefully this video helped, and I know this video and this channel was so long due, and I've been saying for months and for weeks that I'm going to start it. I finally started it, and hopefully you like this video. I will try and be consistent with taking and making videos. On my TikTok I'm very consistent. I tend to do lots of videos a week. So I want to do the same for my YouTube. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow my other social medias if you're interested in knowing more about me, my life, and my other makeup content.